And we just wanted to show, because, you know, bacon like this is always very, very greasy, okay? And it always makes the biggest mess.
What heat setting do you have?
Right now I have it on high. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. And then when we finished it, no, I'm just kidding. Going into my Julia Child thing.
That's good looking bacon. We could get. And that bacon's going to cook the same no matter what part of the grill it's on.
Yeah, now remember, one of the things that we were told over and over again about the people that we surveyed, about the other griddles that are out there, was that I can only cook in a fairly small area on the griddle. If I could use the entire griddle, I can get more done, I can get my meal done in one shot, and it would just be a more usable surface, right? So you can see here that I've got the entire griddle covered. And you know, we'll just let you see the performance, but obviously you want to try to flip in the order you drop. Makes sense, right? But I mean, you can even, if I don't know if you can see this or not, but if you look right up to the edge of this bacon, it's sizzling. Okay, that is not normal, all right? And when you look at the outer edges right here, it's actually sizzling on the edges as well. So it really doesn't matter where you put stuff, and that's the key. You can actually use the entire area of this griddle. Now, I talked to somebody recently who went to another training, and they said that they actually posted the thermal imaging photographs of their griddle on the board, and said, you know, it was completely red. The whole thing was red. And I said, then what happened when you used it? Well, it wasn't quite that way. Okay? So I'm telling you that thermal imaging is a great way to measure thermal distribution. It's a great way, but it doesn't measure recovery time. Okay? Okay, a thermal image is just nothing more than the heat that's coming off the griddle. It's thermal signature. But recovery time is what happens when you flip. Okay? And a thermal image can't tell you that. So that's why I'm saying pictures, images, descriptions are very good. Use is the key. And that's why if you have these in your showroom, I'm begging you, please have them live. Okay, even if you get an LP version or whatever, have them live, because it makes all the difference in the world to use these and demonstrate these, okay? And I'm telling you right now, I would probably eat a shoe if it were wrapped in bacon.
I'm going to give you a shoe.
You know, and the other thing is, even if you don't eat the bacon, the demonstration is priceless. You know, because everybody does something. Everybody wants to do something on a griddle, whether it's, you know, shredded chicken, fish, beef, vegetables. You know, a really nice vegetable stir fry is outstanding, especially when you can use the entire surface. I mean, it just, when you have a really well heat distributed and recovering griddle, the results kind of speak for themselves.
Now, is this kind of downdraft too, or is it all up?
No, 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 no. This is the heat from the griddle. That's, when you have a gas-fired griddle, it has to vent, and that's the vent.
Okay.
Okay.
But it just vents up this
Just vents up here.
section.
And by the way, I will tell you this, there are a lot of griddles out there where these vents point forward, and you can see down in there, and it looks nasty. Okay? These actually face almost straight up. They're just slightly leaning backwards so that you can't see in there, right? Because that vent's always going to be dirty, but at least here you can't see it, which makes it look a bit nicer. So, all right, let's do this.
Now, is that vent on high, medium, low?
I am, but I want to put some paper towels. Okay. I'm sorry?
What's the vent on? Is that on high?
That's on
medium?
one.
It's on.
It's on one. Yeah. Level 1. By the way, it is important that when you start cooking, that either at the time you start cooking or just before you start cooking, you turn the hood on. And you turn it on low, not medium, not high, low. Because all you have to do is create air movement. Once you have air movement, which occurs in about 3 to 4 seconds, once you have air movement, everything that comes off will get captured. You really don't need a lot of airflow. You'd be surprised. Okay? Now, have any of you ever had maple syrup flavored bacon? Okay? There's a problem. Whenever you pour maple syrup on a griddle, it basically turns to glue. Okay? So you really want to be very careful with this and try to just pour it on the bacon. Okay? So, I mean, it would be absolutely horrible, you know, if you just poured it all over the place.
You trying to make this heart attack bacon?
It would be horrible. Okay, so you know, try to never do this. Okay, very bad.
Unless you have one of these, right?
Very bad. Now, again, look at the griddle. Look where the bubbles are.
Everywhere.
They're everywhere. Okay.
That is pretty cool.
Good demo.
That's a good demonstration.
It's a very good demo.
Mm-hmm.
Professional. From the guy that doesn't cook.
From the guy that doesn't cook. I actually do have a chef's coat. I just don't wear it.
My dog would have loved this demo.
Oh, let me tell you, this is good stuff right here. I mean, it's basically a heart attack on a grill. but man, I'm telling you, sometimes you need a little artery clogging mud, you know.
It's a triple bypass.
This is it. Yep. Okay.
You know, I eat eggs so
And you know, you can do this with regular bacon, thin bacon, thick bacon, turkey bacon, chicken bacon, bacon, whatever bacon you want to use. You know, there's all kinds of things you can do here. Okay.
I went to Woodsy's. So he did. So you think you should consider it?
See, now it's just going to be a lot easier.
Okay, now,
Let's see how that salt works.
I'm going to show you. Just give me just a second, except I need something to grip that with.
Put that much
You
grease
rinsing
out
off
in
the-
hot water.
I'm sorry?
We're rinsing off the grease earlier or the salt earlier.
Okay, so we're ready to do pancakes.
I kind of like the sound of maple bacon pancakes. But you're going to take all that off.
In your home, you don't have to.
Yeah. The bacon grease
So-
fry the pancakes.
So you don't first swipe the grease and then do
Yeah.
the salt. You do it all at
You can
once.
do whatever your heart desires, okay? The reason I'm doing this is because I just want you to see that this is not a difficult process, okay? And it works.
No, it's great.
It's not burnt on it. That's really amazing.
That is the coolest
Right?
griddle I've ever seen.
Like I said, we spent 2 years developing this, okay? 2 years, all right? And it is important that you recognize that even though it may look like other griddles, and some of them it does, it is not the same.
How long have you had this griddle out?
We've had this griddle out since we had the ranges with grills out, which was
The griddle came later.
no. It's probably been about a year.
Well, knowing those guys are going to improve on it again.
I'll be honest with you. Everything we do is always immer besser. We want to improve upon it. The only way I think we could improve upon this would be to make a double.
A double?
A double griddle.
Double-sized grill?
Yeah, double-sized griddle.
That would be great.
And we are.
Whole
So,
thing of griddle.
you know, because here's the
Right.
thing. If you can
You
use
can also put
if you can
pots
use the
on it.
entire surface here on a 12 inch, imagine use the entirety of the 24 inch.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that would just be outstanding. So here's what I want you to do. Okay, here's your dispenser wheel.
Come out
Okay.
with a 36-inch modular griddle.
Yeah, I've actually got that in writing. I do. I've done a lot of work on this, believe me. So I don't know if for those of you who haven't cooked pancakes before, there are different ways to tell how done they are. Obviously, you can look at the bubbles. You can see how this is going to go.
Flip top.
Good. Good morning, Kayla.
This is still just a little bit.
Are we on high? Still on
I wasn't, no, but I just turned it up because you want to be. It has to be able to recover.
So the bacon when we originally was on medium or low, right?
Bacon was on a little bit above medium,
Okay.
because if you have it on high, it splatters.
Ah,
A lot.
okay.
It splatters a lot.
That's going to do 1 inch straight.
Well, you need the double grill. Well, we're gonna find out how quick you are with this match.
Okay, so what we want to do